Okay, I am here. I am live. Welcome, welcome to the live, whoever is here. If you're here, go ahead and say hi in the chat because I'm here and I'm saying hi to you guys. As always, just a reminder as to how I'm doing lives right now. I'm doing them by paid readings, but since I do not have super chats yet, since I am not at 1,000 subscribers yet, which, if you guys tell your friends and you share this video and subscribe and all that fun stuff, it definitely helps get me closer to that 1,000 subscribers so we can do super chats. But until then, I am accepting payments through PayPal and Venmo for readings, and all the information for that should be in the description down below in this video, the description right there. So that's pretty much how I'm operating things with that. You have 3 different options of what you can choose from: a tall, which is an oracle card reading only; a venti, which is a tarot card reading only; a grande, which is a tarot card reading only; and a venti, which is both tarot and oracle cards. So all of that information, like I said, should be there. But otherwise, don't be shy. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Otherwise, I got a card flipping out here already. I haven't even barely started anything. Otherwise, hi, Heather. I figured you would be here. Hi, MJ. Welcome back to the chat, to the live. It's been quite a while. PayPal, you PayPal'd me. You wrote your question in the comment section. Okay, all right. Well, let me check that out then. I will check that because I do have my phone here, and that should be lighting up with payments either on PayPal or Venmo. So let me double check that. Log in here. And yes, there you are. I see you, MJ, in my activity. Now I just got to read your question. Okay. Your question is current energy between your DM and you, still no contact while he's engaged to someone else. Has he forgotten you? Is the divine working out a plan to reunite you? Okay. All right. So your question is, has he forgotten about you, or is the divine working out a plan to reunite you? Well, for starters, the divine is always working out a plan for you in your benefit, no matter what, regardless of what happens with him, regardless of what's happening with him, regardless of whether you guys reunite or not. God always has a good plan for you and a good plan for your life. So that goes without saying. But, we don't know what that is necessarily. So, but let's see what's going on here. Let's see if he has forgotten, or if there's going to be reuniting, or just, what you need to know. Whatever's happening here. All right, let's mix it up here. Get some tarot cards on the road for you. And it's good to see you, MJ. I feel like it's been a while. Since you've popped up in a live. So it's good to have you here. All right. First card we got is the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords is about conflict and, just upset kind of stuff, which I feel like is kind of probably how you're feeling right now. As of the moment, you're probably feeling conflicted because he is with somebody else. He is engaged to somebody else. And you're, understandably kind of sitting back, feeling like you're forgotten, feeling like there's maybe not necessarily a plan for you in your life. And because of that, you have a lot of conflict. I feel like the conflict is happening within. It's a lot of internal turmoil that's basically happening. So that's kind of what the 5 of Swords represents. So I just feel like that's kind of like maybe where you're at currently internally regarding the situation. But let's see what else we got here for you. What else is going on? We know kind of what's going on, like in the current energy, that's for sure. But You look good, enjoying your time. Yeah, I am enjoying my time, and thank you. I slept in today, and I really took my time, like, taking a shower and putting on makeup. I was, like, not rushed or anything like that today. I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna take my time here, putting on some blush or whatever." But, yeah, no, things are good. Um, it's funny because there's not a whole lot of like metaphysical kind of shops in this area. There's some like in the city of Chicago, but there's not really like a lot in the suburbs. So I was looking around to find some and I found a couple and it's just like it's a little ironic the location of where they are. So I may go check those out sometime next week. Get some things, new things here for the channel while I'm there. But anyways, let's see what else we need to know with your situation. We have the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is it kind of piggybacks, I feel like, on those Five of Swords there. It's not necessarily conflict, but it's about poverty, basically. And once again, I mean, you mentioned in your question that you're feeling like you've been forgotten in a sense. And I feel like that's how a lot of people who are in poverty in general probably feel. They're kind of like the forgotten group, like the forgotten crowd, the people who are either maybe older or people who don't have high paying jobs and that kind of thing, people who just get like lost in the system and stuff like that. And I'm not saying you're one of those people, but I feel like there's that kind of mentality right now that you may be having. Like you're just feeling very forgotten and it's kind of like a poverty mindset or anything. So I feel like that may be going on as well for you right now. So we're getting a lot of stuff going on here with you specifically, which apparently it must be things that you need to hear or it wouldn't be coming out. But, hopefully we get more 411 here on him specifically. So I was going to tell you you should get a pendulum, which is really funny, you guys. I don't think you can see it behind me. I would literally have to like lift up. I'll show you when I'm done with MJ's reading, but there's technically a pendulum right behind me. If you see like right there where I'm pointing, there's actually a pendulum hanging right there. So it's like this little crystal thing that I got. And it's hard, like I said, it's hard to tell in the video because it's far away. But yeah, there is one hanging there. And I do have like a pendulum necklace or something that's like on the other side of the room. So I do have a couple of those laying around. But we'll see. Whatever it is I meant to find, I'll find there. Or it'll find me, I guess you could say. Okay, anyways, let's see what else we need to know for MJ. We have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is, somebody who wants to express their emotions. They want to express their love, that kind of thing. So I do feel like, your person probably does want to express that they care, that they do care about you, that there is emotions there, that there is love there. So I do feel like, he wants to do that. The Knight of Cups is kind of walking around slowly here, though. He's not necessarily quick paced or anything. But let's see what else we need to know dealing with that Knight of Cups. Because he is engaged. So it's like, how does he necessarily come to you and tell you like, hey, I care about you and that kind of thing? If he's like got something else going on elsewhere. But let's see. We have the Magician. So I feel like most importantly for you, at least, MJ, is you need to remember that you are the magician of your own life, which means, you get to create it. The magician has all of its tools at its disposal. He's got the wands, he's got the swords, he's got the pentacles, he's got the cups, he's got it all basically. So you have all the tools at your disposal. So if you're wondering if the divine has a plan for you, yes, number one, there is a plan. But, whatever that plan is, you get to decide what it looks like. If you want to reunite with him, then use the tools that you have to make that happen. If you want to move on and you want to, find peace and happiness somewhere else, then you can do that too. But either way, you have the tools to take either route. You can choose either decision, either way you want to go. It's kind of a decision about following your bliss, following what gives you peace, basically. But either way, you have the tools to do that. And you shouldn't necessarily count on him to come and, like, tell you that he loves you and he cares about you, even if he does, with his cup of love here. You shouldn't have to wait for him to create your own life. You can do that regardless of what he's doing. If he decides to come in and express this, that's great and that's wonderful and that's fine and all. We just got another one here that flipped out. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like he does see you as the Queen of Pentacles, someone who is like, very nurturing, someone who's like the mother kind of figure, someone who is, very loving and caring and all that stuff. So I feel like he does see you this way, and that you do have that innately inside of you, that, that is who you are, that you are like a Queen of Pentacles. So you have power and you have strength in you. The Queen of Pentacles would never have a poverty type of mindset. So, any of that kind of stuff just needs to go, basically. But let's see what else we need to know here. We also have, you're going to like this one, the Four of Wands. So we do have union here. We do have 1111 union, reuniting, reconciliation. You do have that card here. So I do feel like this is possible. This is available to you. But once again, I don't feel like it's going to be available to you unless you're becoming that magician, unless you are, putting things together and concocting your life in a way that is going to move into the direction of this. You can't really create this if you're living in a poverty mindset. Poverty mindsets do not bring union. It does not bring happily ever after. However, becoming the magician and, putting things together the way that you need to, that can. And you're the only one who's ultimately going to know what those magical ingredients are, but it is available to you. You can do it. Part of this is all about like your own mind frame, basically, here. So let's see what else we have. What else do we got here for MJ? Then I'll pull a few oracle cards. We have the Three of Cups, which I feel like is kind of just, confirmation of the situation that you're in, because you are in a third party situation. The Three of Cups can typically signalize that. It can symbolize, the fact that there are three people involved. So I just feel like that's pretty much confirmation on that. But let me get you a few oracle cards here. See what else we need to know. Okay. Let's get a little journey of love going here and see what we need to know. Okay. You want to try, Heather? Oh, you want to try the pendulum? I haven't even thought of like anything to do necessarily with the pendulum. I do have a pendulum board, but it's actually back at home. I don't have it here with me. So I feel like I would have to like draw one or something, like create a little temporary one or something. I don't know. I'd have to figure that out. Like I said, we'll see what I find, or what finds me, I should say, at these stores when I go and visit them. Who knows? Could be anything. Could be cards. Could be crystals. Could be pendulums. Whatever's meant to find me is going to find me. Okay. We also have, I know this connection is divine, awaken. So I do feel like he does know that this, is a deep connection, that he knows that this is a soul connection, a spiritual connection, even though he may have something going on elsewhere with somebody else. He does know that if he's not awakened, I feel like he is in the process or heading in the direction towards to be awakened. So you got that much going on. And what else do we have here for MJ? We have a special purpose, my love, ascending. So I feel like with especially with it saying ascending right now, I feel like it can be really confusing where you're like, how is this possibly ascending when he's with somebody else? Like, how does that even work? That doesn't make any sense. But I feel like that's a part of the process. It's unfortunately a part of your journey, it's a part of your story. And it sucks for the time being and it can be really annoying. But I feel like once you're on the other side of this, it's all going to make sense to you. And like years and years from now, you guys are going to look back at this and it's like it's just going to make sense. It's going to make sense why you guys had to go down the different paths that you've had to go down. So I feel like it's kind of like being in the slingshot, basically. It feels like everything in your life is going backwards and nothing is working out and everything is going wrong. But little do you know, God has you in that slingshot and He's pulling you back and pulling you back and pulling you back. But little do you know, He's pulling you back because boom, He's going to launch you straight forward. And then when you do go straight forward, it's going to happen super fast and super quick and kind of just like out of nowhere, like a slingshot. So I do feel like that's probably what's happening in your situation, which is why, even though it doesn't feel like you're ascending, you really are. Let's see what else we have. Yes, I love the slingshot comparison. I mean, it totally makes sense. 1000%. We are missing Seawin and Suerte tonight. I noticed that. Well, maybe they'll still come in yet. I mean, I did just go live 17 minutes ago. So, we'll see who else shows up. It's all good. I'm just thankful for whoever does come and whoever is here. I'm just grateful. And we have consistency. I promise to make it all up to you. So I do feel like, he does feel badly, like deep down inside, like the real him on the inside, like he does feel badly about what's happening right now. He's not necessarily proud of it. So I do feel like, he is going to wind up coming to you eventually with an apology. And when he does return, he's going to be consistent in his return. Like he's not going to go in and out. There's not going to be like anything like the way it is right now. It's going to be stable. It's going to be reliable. It's going to be 100% different from how it is right now. So I feel like that's what's going to be coming for you down the line with him. And let me get one more for you. But yes, if you have any doubts in the future, you just think of that slingshot. If you have to, buy yourself a slingshot, not necessarily to use, but just so you can sit there and look at it and you can say, hey, that's me. I'm in there. I'm in the slingshot. And we have, I know we can do it, wholeness. So, I also look at wholeness as, you two reaching that completion, reaching that wholeness of union, being reunited and everything. So I feel like, he has faith that somehow this is going to work out, even if once again, it doesn't look like that. Always remember that there's always more going on behind the scenes spiritually than we know, than we can recognize. And we usually don't see these things until they actually like step out of the spiritual realm and they step into the physical with us. So just remember that. But I feel like he definitely believes this deep down. And I feel like you need to as well. You kind of need to pull yourself out of that, pull yourself out of any poverty mind frame, because like I said, the Queen of Pentacles here, she is not living in poverty. She is definitely not. So no more woe is me's, no more feeling conflicted. Just keep doing you and everything is going to be a-okay. So hopefully that makes sense. Love those cards tonight. Yes, they are fantastic cards for sure. So thank you so much, beautiful. That was pretty amazing. Well, I'm glad I could help, like I can't even imagine what that must be like going through something like that. So, my love goes out to you. My prayers of support go out to you. And you're a strong, amazing woman. I've seen your posts, you're strong, you're spiritually filled, like you have a lot to offer the world. So don't hesitate to like shine that and, let that like sparkle and radiate out there. And he's going to pick up on that too. And, he can only resist for so long. So try not to worry about that. But anywho, I can see there's 5 people tuning in right now. Anybody else who's interested in a reading, like I said, the information is down below when it comes to that. But otherwise, I can just do like a poll here for, whoever's here collectively. Like now there's 6 people here. So I can just do a poll for what's going on with collective energy until somebody else decides they want to have like a individual reading. So let's just kind of see what the energy is in the room right now. Let's see what's happening. Just a little energy check for everybody that's here. All 6 of you lovelies. What's the energy check? What do you guys need to know? What's happening? And you're very welcome, MJ. I'm so glad I could help. Let's see what we got here. All right. Maybe Suerte and see when we'll either be in next week or something. No big deal. Everybody always comes back at some point. All right. So we have the 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords is basically going on a journey. So I feel like, for most of you guys who are tuning in right now, you are definitely going on a journey, on an adventure, which doesn't surprise me as of the moment, especially since I know a lot of you guys are dealing with another person. And I feel like for most of you, that's probably what this is. And, in this card specifically, we've got the 2 unicorns sitting here in the boat, and we have another unicorn in the back, rowing the boat across the waters here. And I feel like for most of you, these 2 unicorns here are basically like you and your person. And then the 3rd unicorn back here would basically be God. God is the one who's like leading you guys. And we got a PayPal. So somebody just sent in a thing. I'll finish explaining this card first, though, and then I'll check the PayPal. Anyway, so I feel like, this is basically God like leading and guiding you guys. Oh, okay. It was the other Heather. So that's awesome. Very cool. I'll check it in just a minute. So okay, got it. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like like this is God basically kind of like leading and directing you guys, kind of nudging you from behind, I guess, in a sense, to lead you and guide you across these waters, this lake, pond, ocean, whatever it is that you want to call it, basically. And I think the biggest thing to remember is a lot of the times we get so fixated on the destination, what's awaiting on the other side of the water, on the other side there. But, we need to enjoy the ride, enjoy that journey, because we're going to be missing out on so much scenery and so many fun and exciting things to do along the way if we're only fixated on that destination. So, and it's you and your person together and God going on this journey. It's not like you're alone or anything. So I feel like that's basically where a lot of you guys are at right now. And like I drove from Los Angeles here to Chicago in November, and I love road trips. And half the fun of the road trip is not just getting to your destination, but it's like all the things that you see and you do along the way. It makes it fun. So, make your own journey fun. There's nothing wrong with that. So enjoy this journey, but you're definitely on a journey. All right, let me check Heather's thing on PayPal. And let me go back here. All right, so we got an oracle card reading for you. And what's your question, Heather? And that's not you. That would be someone. That would be my Disneyland chat, actually, going through, because I have a Disneyland group chat, and those people are talking about Disney things. That's a different thing going on. Yes. But what's your question, Heather? What would you like to know, so I know what oracle deck to pull from? Because we got love oracle decks, we got soul purpose, we got general stuff. What's your flavor? What would you like to know? What's your question? So, yes, indeed. Otherwise, I hope you guys are all doing good. And now the Disneyland chat is going off on my computer too. Okay, DM's feelings towards you. Does he miss you and want to reconcile still? Okay. Well, for feelings, that's definitely an ocean of emotion kind of question. Whenever anyone asks about how are they feeling, emotions, just automatically think ocean of emotion. All right, let's see how he's feeling. Let's see how he's feeling. Is there reconciliation in the air for these two? For Heather and her DM. Oh, we just got one that flipped out here. We have illuminate. Your light helped to guide me out of darkness. So I do feel like you inspire him and you uplift him just by being you, just, being in his presence, even if you're like not in his presence, I feel like just however it is that you guys are connected, if you guys are connected on social media or anything like that, I feel like when you post things, that probably is inspiring to him. But yeah, so just you, just being yourself, just sparkling and shining and radiating and all that good stuff. I feel like it definitely makes him feel good. It makes him feel inspired, and it does help, motivate him to want to step out of his own personal darkness. So that's a positive start. That's definitely a positive start. Let's see what else we've got. Hi, Rachel. That's so funny. She's like, hello, Heather. I'm like, is she saying hello to both Heathers? There's both of us here. But yes, hi, Rachel. How's it going? We're doing a reading for, not me, but the other Heather right now. Gets so confusing, two Heathers. When I was in high school, I had like I think it was earth science. I had an earth science class and there were 3 Heathers in that class, me and 2 other Heathers. So whenever the teacher would call on one of us, like all 3 of us would respond at once. We never knew who he was talking about. So it's kind of funny. Apparently it was a popular name back then. But anyways, you also have remorse. I know I've messed up and it's killing me. So I feel like this is where some of his darkness probably comes from, that, he's looking for that illumination from when it comes down to you. He does feel bad about things that he's done in his past, whether it's things that he's done specifically with you, or maybe he's hurt you, or even just like other things in his life, or maybe he's screwed up and he's made some mistakes and he's probably thought like, oh, gee, if I could go back, I probably would have done that differently, or I probably wouldn't have done that at all, kind of a thing. Just got off work, so that's why I'm jumping in so late. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. It's kind of a small group here tonight. There's not like a whole lot of action going on. Maybe people actually have plans on a Friday night for once. I don't know. I do know in California, they just opened the state back up. That doesn't mean I'm going back there just yet, but I do know they did do that much. So you've had that problem. You were lucky if people pronounced your name right. Really? That's so funny. Okay. We also have deceive. I've been lying to myself and you. So I feel like, if he's not being like very warm and friendly towards you, if he's not like just like being upfront with you and everything, it's simply because he's not being upfront with himself. So I think it's important to not take any of that personally. Typically they do that because they're just like, they can't be honest with themselves, and that's just the truth of it. Even with ourselves, it's just like we can't be honest with other people for lying to ourselves. And that's kind of where the issues start. The issues start at the root with himself. So yeah, I was thinking that. I thought it looked familiar. I was like, I feel like this came up before. So he's still in that mode. He's still in the mode of deceiving himself. He obviously needs to knock that off. So I would recommend maybe praying for him with that, like praying that wherever it is that he's not seeing truth, wherever he's not seeing that would be revealed to him, and that way then he can stop doing that. He can stop lying to you and lying to himself and just knock that off in general. We also have healthy. I'm becoming my best self. So, even though he's deceiving himself, I mean, he must be doing something to work on himself, which is a good thing, which is a positive thing. He may not be completely there yet because he obviously needs to stop deceiving himself, but I do feel like, he's working on this and he wants to get into a healthy place. That's for sure. And especially with things like healthy and illuminate coming through, I feel like, those things are basically saying, like, yeah, he would like to move forward. He would like to work things out with you, but it seems like he still has some, residual junk here that needs to be figured out. Well, I'm ordering my usual a Venti love energy check. Okay, cool. You will be up next then, Rachel. I did the new moon. I lit a paper to release negative energy from him, or full moon. Okay. Well, that works. That's good. Just keep doing that. I mean, there doesn't have to be like anything fancy or particular happening with the moon to keep praying for a person. Half the time, I don't even pay attention to what's happening with the moon. I'm just going to, pray for them. And that's that anyway, that alone should do it. So let's see what else we have here. We have, well, he's definitely feeling a little kinky. We got sexual, let's play. So he definitely feels some of that heat and that desire towards you. What was it? Monday night, like that kind of stuff was coming out a lot. I forget who it was who had that happening, but there was like a lot. There was a lot of that coming out. Just as long as that weird guy doesn't come back tonight and is like, let me see your feet. That was so strange. That was so weird, you guys. I don't know what was going on with that. Monday night was just weird. So I'm glad it's a little bit more relaxed tonight. We don't need any more chaos or craziness. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh my gosh. Yes, praying a lot for him, but also keeping my distance so he doesn't hurt me and trying to fix himself. Yeah, I mean, when you pray for somebody anyway, I mean, that's not going to hurt you at all. You can always pray for somebody from a distance. So, prayer never hurts, never hurts you. It never hurts them. It never hurts anybody. We also have sad. I'm just miserable and really tired of pretending I'm not. So, with the deception card that came out earlier, I feel like that may be where he's deceiving himself. He may be wearing this mask, acting like he's happy and that his life is good and that everything's going well when it's really not. And, he's actually upset and disappointed and not happy with some things in his life. So on the inside, the truth of the matter is he's actually feeling pretty sad. So we got that going on. Let's see what else we got here. Faithful. I know we will find our way back to each other in divine time. So in answer to your question about, reconciliation, I do feel like he wants that. I do feel like, he desires that and everything. But I also feel like it's going to take some time because, this card does suggest the fact that it's going to happen in divine time. And, he obviously has some things here that he does need to work on. So, he needs to work on that. And chances are, if he has things to work on, you probably have things to work on too. So, that whole mirroring thing, which I know is a pain in the ass, but unfortunately, that's probably what's going on. And we have illusions. I can see beyond the smoke and mirrors now. So I feel like part of him becoming healthy and part of him getting better is, him seeing beyond those illusions, even his own illusions that he's putting upon himself because, he's in the process of deceiving himself and putting on this mask so he can hide his own sadness from himself and you. But I do feel like he's in the process of figuring that out, like in the process of ripping down those illusions because he's also working on becoming healthier. And I feel like the more that he does that, the more that you continue to pray for him and just like be inspiring, just being yourself, the closer you guys are going to get to that reunion, the closer it is you guys are going to get to that divine time where all your faithfulness is going to pay off and you guys will be back together in each other's arms once again. So hopefully that helps out. But I think that is what's happening for you guys right now. OMG, I checked out before the feet guy. It was so weird. I mean, you missed a total shit show with that. Yeah, what was his name again? Final Destiny, I think that was his name. He like came in here and he kept asking to see my feet. And that was when I figured out how to make Heather a moderator so she could like mute his ass because it kept becoming like a distraction and a problem for everybody who was coming in getting readings. And it was just like super weird and super frustrating. So it was so weird. You're very welcome, Heather. I'm glad that that helped. Okay. All right. So you wanted a general like love check. Yes. Yes, she did. You did put him in a timeout and he deserved it. He gained that timeout so well. Okay, so your usual love energy check. Your usual order of a venti. I totally get it. And in fact, I'm going to take like a momentary break to take a sip of my peppermint chocolate shake from Portillo's. It is so good. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Oh, so good. Oh my gosh. So amazing. Okay. Let me get these tarot cards out. And let's do a little love check here for Rachel. See what we've got here for you. Let's see about that love energy. Where is it going? What's it doing? Hopefully it's doing good things. Okay. What do we need to know for Rachel? What do we need to know? Love energy check. Oh, we got one that just flipped out and it fell to the floor. Come here, card. Ugh. Okay. Oh, we got that Knight of Cups coming out again. The Knight of Cups came out earlier for MJ. So the Knight of Cups is about somebody who does want to move forward and, express their love. They have a cup of love, some emotion that they want to express. So it does seem like, he would like to come forward and express that to you, which is a good thing. Yeah, he came in asking for feet pics and he was complaining about the unicorn deck and everything. And yeah, that was just super, super strange. Anyways, no more weirdos tonight. All right. Okay, back to Rachel and her reading. No crazy feet people. I swear I need to we have one that just flipped out. I need to have a sign or something and it should hang behind me saying I will not be showing my feet tonight. We have the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles is, just one pentacle away from that 10, which is ultimate fulfillment, basically. So as the 9 of Pentacles, this is basically indicating that, you're single, you're sexy, you're strong, you're confident, you're strong within yourself, So it's just like when you get that 10th pentacle, that's like, having that partnership, basically. So I feel like this is just confirmation that you're already doing good, that you're in a healthy and whole and very happy kind of place. So, you're already doing really good. You're just kind of missing that last pentacle, which I'm sure will come because when you're in an energy like that, there's a higher chance of pulling that in when, rather than being in an energy where it's like all crappy and shitty and not feeling so good about yourself kind of thing. So the 9 of Pentacles is definitely like a confident, healthy kind of energy. And we've also got Justice. So I feel like justice will be coming for you. Justice will be served. So, whatever it is that hasn't been made right in your situation, it will be. Any wrongs are going to be, canceled out. They're going to be made right. So if you're waiting for things to move forward with him and progress, things are going to progress exactly where they need to be, exactly when they need to. So justice will be coming. If you're nervous about that, if you're worried about that, if you're worried about things not panning out, don't worry about it. It is going to work out exactly the way God designed it to. And that's the thing too, it's just like he is ultimately the writer of our lives. We kind of co-create that with him. And, like he's the best possible writer that there ever was. It would be a boring love story if you just met somebody and then everything was easy and perfect and everything was kind of boring in a sense. Like no one wants to read that. No one's inspired by that. So I feel like, the story that he's writing with you is going to be inspiring, and it's going to, help people believe in love and help people believe that there is something more out there in the world that's like bigger than themselves and bigger than their person and bigger than their situation. So we also have, the 10 of Cups, ultimate fulfillment, happily ever after. So I do feel like this is available. It's coming your way, which makes sense because like I said, you seem to be in this 9 of Pentacle, confident, single, strong kind of energy where you're already doing really well. So it seems like it would be really easy to kind of pull this in. So, your justice could be getting your happily ever after here. So that's definitely positive. I would say overall, there's some very good vibes happening right now for you. So that's positive. Let's see what else we got. We also have, well, I may need to clarify this one because it's kind of the opposite of what just came out. We also have the Tower. So there may need to be a Tower moment before this 10 of Cups can come into place. Like I highly doubt that you would have the 10 of Cups and then everything be destroyed and ruined here with the Tower. So it may be possible that there may need to be a Tower moment that may need to happen, which is probably why justice will be served. And then when justice is served, you'll have your 10 of Cups. The Tower doesn't necessarily have to mean like horrible, bad things happening either. It could simply just be like an epiphany moment, like an aha type of moment. So it could be possible that maybe your person needs to go through this before justice can be served and that happily ever after can come. So that could be what that's there for, but let me double check and get a little bit more 411 on that Tower. So can we get a clarifier on the Tower? What's the Tower about here? Why is the Tower here? Okay, yeah, I figured it was about him. We got the King of Pentacles. So I do feel like the Tower moment is more so about him. It's probably something that he is going to have to go through. I don't think it's something that you have to go through. I feel like you've kind of already like lived and done your Tower moments basically. So I feel like he's going to be going through a Tower moment, and whatever this Tower moment is, it's going to help turn him into the King of Pentacles, which is exactly what you want anyway. The King of Pentacles is very sturdy. He's very secure. He's very reliable. He's kind of got like this dad energy. He's a dude that you can count on, basically. So I feel like whatever this Tower moment is, it's going to turn him into this. So, like right now, he may be like a page or a knight or something like that, but he's not quite at king status yet. But I feel like this Tower moment is going to push him into becoming that king. And then once he's that king, like I said, that justice will be served and you guys will get your happily ever after. But I do feel like whatever this Tower moment is, like you're going to be protected. Like you're going to be fine. You're going to be safe. I don't feel like it's your Tower. I feel like it's his. I feel like it's definitely something on his end. So the best thing you can do is kind of just, be on standby and be of encouragement and support to him when he does need it, when he does come to you, coming out of that tower moment. And we also have the King of Wands. So I feel like this tower moment will also turn him into the King of Wands, which is great. So he'll have like the grounding earthliness of that King of Pentacles. And then he's also going to have the fire and the passion and the drive and the desire that the King of Wands has. The King of Wands, he's very magnetic. He's very charismatic. So I feel like he's going to wind up transitioning into a combination of both of these kings. So yeah, he's going to be stable, he's going to be reliable, but he's definitely not going to be boring, because the King of Wands is not boring at all. He has a lot of personality to give. So let me get some oracle cards here for you, and we'll see what's happening. I'm going to go with the other Journey of Love deck this time. Kind of see what's going on your journey. But I would say that's kind of exciting what's already happening. All right, let's see. What do we need to know for Rachel? What's happening in her situation right now? We've got, I just want loyal companionship. Completion. So completion is kind of like, the 10 of Cups there. And I feel like ultimately, this is the kind of connection, this is the kind of relationship that he desires to have with you. Like, look at this girl and her dog. Like, it doesn't get any more loyal and it doesn't get any more sweet than that. So I feel like that's ultimately what he wants with you. And, I feel like it's mutual. Obviously, you want that with him too. It doesn't get more loyal than a dog anyway. My mom and I were just having that conversation earlier today, because she sees how in love I am with my own dog. And she's just like, see, you don't need a man. You don't need to worry about any guy. You have the perfect love right here. And from that perspective, yeah, she's right. Nothing compares to my dog. Yeah, like, I feel like that's the kind of like genuine, unconditional type of love that he feels and that he wants to have with you. Let's see what else we got here. We've also got, I regret letting you go, moving on. So I do feel like, any separation that you guys may be experiencing right now, he does regret it. He doesn't necessarily feel like the best about some of his actions and his choices that he's made in the situation before. So there probably is a sense of remorse and regret that's kind of lingering there for him. And who knows, that may be something that could be leading up here to his tower moment. That regret could wind up pushing him to the point of like transformation, basically. Let's see what else we have here. Eternally yours, eternity. So I do feel like this is basically confirming that this is a forever type of love, a forever type of bond, basically, that this situation goes beyond life, beyond death. It is eternity pretty much. And I feel like this is also saying that, you guys will get to this point, because I definitely feel like there's a certain level of commitment that kind of comes from this card. You see like the rings here, the rings kind of symbolizing like commitment and marriage and that kind of thing. So I do feel like it definitely symbolizes that, and it symbolizes you guys getting on track to be there and be fully committed and to, hit that 10 of Cups, basically. And what else is going on here? We have, I'm so afraid to tell you, fear. So, once again, this may be where his tower needs to come crumbling down a little bit. He may have some fears, basically, that he needs to work through. And, the Knight of Cups was the first thing that came out, which is basically, someone who wants to come along and express their love pretty much, express their emotions. So I feel like he does want to do that, but he has some fears right now that are preventing him. And, if he has anything that needs to crumble, it's probably his own negative thinking. It's probably his own mindset that needs to crumble. So that way, then, the fears can dissolve and, he can just step up and finally do what needs to be done pretty much. So that could be it too. Or he could simply realize is that he needs to do it afraid, because sometimes, the fear never goes away, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't do something. Courage wouldn't exist otherwise if that wasn't a thing. So he may just need to do it afraid anyway. And we have another dog card, loyal companionship. My love is unconditional. So this may be a little hint to you, maybe to be on the lookout for dogs or something. So every time you see a dog, it may be kind of like a reminder, in a sense, from him of how he feels for you, or just like a nudge basically from God saying like, hey, yeah, this is a loyal, real thing. So I do feel like he is basically as loyal to you as possible, as like a dog. And it's like, even if he goes and runs away, like dogs sometimes do, he's going to find his way back to you. He's going to find his way back home, basically. He's got your scent all up in his nose, basically. So he's going to return. His paws are on your heart, pretty much. He's like a little puppy dog that's just going to follow you around. So I kind of get that little vibe. So hopefully that helps. It makes sense as to what's going on right now, but as the most part, I would say things are going pretty good. It just seems like he's probably going to be headed for a big fat tower moment, but I think it's a tower moment that is needed, though. It's something that needs to happen. So hopefully that helps out. Just going to check my phone and make sure there's nothing else going on from anybody else right now. Alrighty. Yes, we're all good. In terms of readings right now, I'm going to take another sip of my delicious chocolate shake, peppermint chocolate shake, because it's amazing and I love it. Okay. Anyway, I can pull a few more cards just in terms of just like, what's happening within the energy here for you guys here, for who is here right now, until like another paid reading comes in. I still have the Six of Swords sitting here from earlier, in case you guys didn't notice, as to what was going on collectively. But let's see what else is going on collectively, besides the fact that you guys are on a journey, which totally makes sense. Let's see what else is going on. Hi, Angel. Yes, you can. I am doing paid readings though now. So all you got to do is follow what's happening in the description box. All the information should be there as to what you can choose. I'm accepting payments through PayPal or Venmo since I don't have super chats. But go ahead and submit your payment, and then let me know what you got. A tall, a grande, or a venti, and I'll pull some cards for you. And I got my phone here on hand so I can double check it. Oh, so I knocked my computer at the same time. So I can double check it for people who do submit payments for readings. But otherwise, I'll just pull cards here for what's happening generally, collectively, for who's here. And it's a oracle card reading for tall, it's a tarot reading for a grande, and it's a combination of tarot and oracle for a venti. So that's the different options in terms of what you can order. All of the readings are either $10 or under. So There is no more free list. There's no more free list, Angel. I'm not doing them free anymore. Just because when I would be sitting here doing them free, I would be on here for like 4 or 5 hours and I would be completely drained and completely burnt out. So I have no choice but to kind of like put these things as being paid from now on, just because it's an exchange of energy, Like I can sit here and I can do something collectively for who's here, but I got to start doing something in terms of, taking care of myself as well. But that's why I keep them all at like $10 or under, because that's not very expensive. It's not very much money. And that's why I kind of like put it in terms of like, tall, grande, venti, because it's no different than like going to Starbucks or something, It's just like, we all go to Starbucks and we'll spend like $5 here and $10 there or whatever when we go to Starbucks, and we'll do it thinking about it like it's absolutely nothing. So I figure if people can do that at those places, I figure people can handle that in a live, for a reading. So that's the way I see it. But anyways, yeah, I also have Venmo too. So if you don't have PayPal, that's okay. I also accept payments through Venmo as well. So those are the two different options. Speaking of Starbucks, I bought stuff to make my own caramel macchiato. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds super, super yummy. Starbucks is amazing. I get a little bit too much Starbucks sometimes, which is probably where I came up with this idea. I was just like, how can I do this to like let people know, like kind of package it in a fun little way to let people know how the readings are going. And I was like, yeah, I'll just kind of make it like going to Starbucks. Anyway, so as what's going on here collectively, that's okay. No problem, Angel. I'm always here. I'm always going to be here live every Monday and Friday nights anyway. So whenever you get it figured out, you're welcome to come on by and participate, and it's all good. I'm always here. Yes, indeed. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's another thing too, is like if I get to those 1,000 subscribers, then I can like actually like post updates too for you guys in case like I change things, because I feel bad if like I have a night where it's like, oh, I don't think I'm able to do it. I really have no way to update you guys. And I want to be able to do that, but I need to get more subscribers in order to get to that point. So, it's an uphill climb. It's an uphill battle, you guys. Me and that YouTube algorithm, we got to work this thing out. All right. So we also have collectively, we have the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords can kind of be like about deceit pretty much that's going on there. So there could be some deceit that's happening around you collectively right now. It could be someone deceiving you, or you could be deceiving yourself, but there definitely seems to be some kind of deception that's going on right now. Let's get a little clarifier as to what that Seven of Swords is about. Who's being deceived, or what's going on here with the deception? The first thing I'm thinking of is your situation right now, Heather, with you getting that deceive card with your person. Maybe that's what that's all about. And I just had another one fall, and it's like right underneath the chair. I'm going to have to like completely get up. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just saying. I'm like, maybe that one's for you, but it's not really like for you. It's for your person. Where did this card go? It drives me nuts when this happens. It like fall down right underneath the chair. I have like no way to move around anything around here, you guys. Okay, I worked hard to get this card from underneath the chair. Excuse me, chair. Let me sit back down here. Thank you. Okay. That's about as entertaining as that gets tonight. No feet. No feet tonight. Instead, just me getting on and off the chair, apparently. We have the Two of Wands. Okay. The Two of Wands is about making a confident decision, basically. Just a toe. Just a toe. Like I'll show you my dog's feet. I mean, he's over here. He's got bare feet. He's got cute feet anyways. He's got adorable feet. Everything on him is adorable. Anyway, but yeah, the Two of Wands is about making a decision and confidence, basically. So, wands are about, passion, desire, that kind of thing. So, I feel like you guys may be trying to, maybe that's what this is about, the Seven of Swords, because I was asking about the deception here. So, there could be a decision that's trying to be made here by you or somebody else. And I feel like there may be some deception around trying to make that decision where maybe you're not feeling so confident or they're not feeling so confident. But I feel like, you or this person needs to step into a place of confidence where you're no longer deceiving yourselves to make the right decision, basically. The decision to show a toe or to not show a toe. Who knows? One only can guess. What do you think, Shadow? He's just like sitting there licking his toes. Oh, man. All right, let's see what else we get here. What else is going on collectively that we need to know? The pinky toe. Well, the pinky toe is the cutest toe. We also have the Queen of Wands. So I feel like, you yourself are probably in your Queen of Wands energy, or somebody who's around you sees you as the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, she is, she's magnetic, she's charismatic, she's sexy, she's outgoing. She's kind of like the life of the party kind of queen. She's like, I don't know, kind of reminds me of like the beauty queen, the homecoming queen. She's Miss Popular kind of a thing, basically. So I feel like, you may be in kind of that energy, or someone who's around you may see you in this kind of energy. So they see you like in a really good life, like they see you, really sexy and that kind of thing. So let's see what else we got going on here. We've also got the Eight of Swords, which I feel like kind of ties in with that deception card that came out earlier with the Seven of Swords. The Eight of Swords is kind of about like putting ourselves in our own mental prison, pretty much. As you can see on this card, this unicorn has the blindfold around its eyes, and it's got bandages around its legs, and it's just kind of stuck there. It could easily move on with its life. It could move forward and just like walk through these swords, but it's choosing not to do that. It's choosing to stay stuck. And I feel like sometimes we stupidly choose to do this and put ourselves in our own prison. And I feel like whatever's going on here, someone's deceiving themselves into staying stuck rather than making a decision confidently and boldly to move out of this prison here that they have themselves in. So, that could be you, that could be your person. Take it as it resonates. I feel like for most of you guys, though, I feel like it's probably your person who is the one who is, in the little mind trap here, deceiving themselves in not making a confident decision, especially if you're the one who's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands typically is not like sitting in some kind of mental prison like that. Hi, Jessica. Welcome to the live. How are you doing? I'm just doing like a little general check-in right now for everybody. So no one has like a paid reading that's up. Oh, until right now, I just saw the PayPal go off. Maybe that's you. So let me double check that before I do anything else with this general check-in. But I do feel strong vibes though in that general check-in, Heather, that that was definitely some of your dude that was coming through there with that deception stuff. All right, Jessica, that was you with a Venti. What's your question? What would you like to know? Lay it on me. I am ready to answer your question. I got cards everywhere. So Hi, Heather. I wonder if my neighbor will be going to relocate their air conditioner unit as it was bothering me much. Well, I mean, that sounds that I don't know what the situation is, but it sounds more like I don't know if you live like in an apartment building or something like that, but it sounds like something that if you do like rent your place, if this is like an apartment building kind of situation, that sounds like something that you should probably talk to your um, property manager about, your landlord. So if you have a neighbor that's being a nuisance, if there's an issue there, it sounds like something that you may want to talk to your property manager or landlord about. Um, if you own your place or something, I'm not really sure what to tell you, but that's not necessarily like first of all, I'm doing paid readings. So I mean, I guess I could look into that question for you. Um, and ding, I just got a random message on Messenger. Um, but yeah, like that's like I said, I could look into that question for you in a reading, but that sound like just right off the top of my head, that sounds like something you would need to consult your property manager or a landlord with about if someone is being of a nuisance to you in terms of a neighbor. Because I've lived in apartments before and I've had annoying neighbors and stuff, and the best thing that I usually do at least is I talk to my property manager about it. But I am doing paid readings though. So if you wanted a paid reading, the information for that is down below in terms of PayPal and Venmo and how I'm kind of doing all that. So um, I don't know what else to say though about the neighbor situation other than I hope you get it worked out, get it figured out. Okay. All right. Just got a pre-warning. My phone keeps shutting off if I go MII. MIA. Okay, got it. I am going to get to your question though. So either way, make sure your question is there. If your phone drops out or whatever, just hop back on when you're able to. The question will be answered regardless in the live. I support you, Heather. There's nothing wrong with what you doing. Don't feel bad. Just keep doing you. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely do. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys because you're here just like, supporting me and helping me out too. And I love all you guys. Big group hug. Anyways, okay. Jessica's question. I have an odd question this time. My ex husband is being extremely hot and cold and difficult lately. Just wondering what's happening because it's getting difficult to co parent. Oh boy. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got here for you, Jessica. Let's see what's happening with that ex husband. What's going on? Hot and cold, making it difficult to co parent. That cannot be fun. That must not be a fun situation. All right. What's happening with the ex-husband here for Jessica? What's happening with him? What do we need to know for Jessica? Yeah, because I remember last time, the last reading I did for you on Monday night, it was actually super positive with your masculine. So let's see what's happening with the ex-husband this time. We have the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is about conflict, which I feel like kind of represents your co-parenting situation right now because, you literally just said it's making it difficult to co-parent with him. So I do feel like there's some conflict here going on between the two of you. Whatever it is that's going on with him, whatever it is that's bothering him, it's definitely creating tension. It's definitely making things not as smooth as it should be. So, to say there's conflict there is basically stating the obvious. Yes, we realize there's conflict. Tell us why there's conflict, though. Tell us what's going on with this ex husband. What's the deal? What's the situation here? We also have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is typically somebody who has like an authentic love offering to give, which I know is weird to say considering this is your ex-husband that we're dealing with. But they are someone who has like this authentic, genuine love offer that they want to give, but they're typically not speaking up and they're not saying anything about it, because pages just kind of like hang back and they kind of watch and they kind of observe, but they don't move forward like the knights. They're definitely not in king energy, that's for sure. So he may be kind of more so in this page energy. I'm going to keep pulling cards here and see exactly what more is going on with him. But um, considering you guys do have a past, you have a history together or whatever, maybe he's starting to get like the feels again or something for you, which is why things are becoming awkward again. That could be possible. And I know, oh gosh, oh my goodness. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get into this card just a minute because this literally just flipped out. I wasn't even ready to pull a card just yet. But I know like not that long ago you were talking about like having dreams about him and that kind of thing. And this is really weird. So hmm, hmm, hmm. Four of Wands, 1111, Union. Like, what? What is this? Even I'm a little like, what? What is going on here? Especially considering you had such a positive reading like just a few days ago dealing with your masculine, and now all of a sudden your ex-husband this as well. OMG, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, like I mean, this I feel like if there's conflict that's happening between the two of you guys, I feel like it's because he's starting to get the feels for you again. Like he's starting to get nostalgic. He's starting to like, miss you basically. And I feel like he would like to have this. That doesn't mean that this is necessarily going to happen. It's always your choice. If you don't want to reunite with him, you don't have to reunite with him. But I feel like that this may be what's on his mind. This may be what's on his heart is reuniting. Um, and because of that, it's like he doesn't know how to behave around you. He doesn't know how to communicate with you. And instead, it's like he's kind of acting like a bratty little schoolboy, pretty much, and like becoming difficult and not making it easy for you guys to do anything, even if it's just things that maybe were simple for you before, like the co-parenting thing. He always comes back when I put my energy into someone else. Well, I mean, obviously you have your energy in someone else. And I know that reading went really well on Monday night. So I almost kind of get like the feeling here that you could have two guys who could be vying for your love and your attention. And it's totally up to you who you want to go with. Um, I would say go with whoever is healthy, most important. Don't go where there's going to be anything that's toxic. Go with whoever is going to love you unconditionally is the most important thing. But yeah, it seems like he's definitely getting the feels again. Let's see what else we got here, though. We also have the high priestess. So I feel like he views you as the high priestess. So, he's trying to figure you out, is what it comes down to here. Because the high priestess, she goes within, she's very strong, she's very confident, she's highly intuitive, but she doesn't let everybody in on what's going on with her. She knows what's going on with everybody else, so it's kind of like you trusting your intuition right now that he wants to get back together with you. That's probably right. So trust your intuition. If that's what your intuition is telling you, the cards are obviously kind of confirming that here tonight too. So I would say definitely trust your intuition when it comes down to that. And the thing is, on his end, he doesn't see that you see and you know all of this basically because, you're kind of like keeping those things hidden and within yourself and you're not like really letting him into your world or anything. And I feel like that's frustrating him because he's trying to figure you out. The high priestess is mysterious to those who don't understand her, and he doesn't really understand you right now, so he sees you as that high priestess. He's a narcissistic person, extremely toxic. He's cheated on me like 10 times. Why we are divorced? Well, then I would say continue to keep him at a distance. Trust your intuition, trust your past with him. And if you know that getting back together with him is going to bring only more of that pain and more of that heartache, then, you're just going to kind of have to let him sit in this and just basically deal with it until he gets over it. And, I know a lot of the times, people are always about like the healing kind of stuff when it comes to your twin flame. This could be a test, actually, when it comes down to you and your masculine, actually. This could be a test from the universe basically asking you, are you going to fall back into old habits? Are you going to fall back into old ways of being and thinking and doing, going back with your ex because it's easy, because it's comfortable, because it's familiar? Or are you going to stand your ground and not deal with his bullshit and, step up and continue to be in this high priestess mode, keep him at a distance from you, try and do the best that you can co-parenting, and leave that space and leave that room open for your masculine who's over here on this side. And that way then it actually allows that relationship to completely manifest and take shape, because I know there were a lot of good things that came out with him the last time you had a reading on here on Monday. And I wouldn't want you to miss out on that because I know how much he means to you. And I know how much like you've worked so hard on yourself and everything to kind of like get to that place that you would like to get to with him. So this could be a test is what it comes down to. It could be a big, fat, stinking test. Let's see what else we have. We have the moon, and the moon is about illusions. It's about mystery and that kind of thing. So once again, I feel like, he feels like there's a lot of mystery surrounding you right now. He's trying to figure it out. But, as for you, I don't feel like you're going to get stuck in illusions when it comes down to this. So don't like get yourself into that mode where you could possibly be stuck in illusions. Let me pull a few oracle cards for you. I'm going to pull Ocean of Emotion just to see where he's at feeling wise. Let's get some feelers out for him there with the feelings. Yeah, my DM is all I want. He's everything my ex isn't. He's home. Exactly. Then you know what to do. Stand strong in your faith. Stand strong in what you know is right. You got this. Maybe like a younger you, a more naive you would have just kind of like caved and been like, okay, I'll take you back because you're familiar, blah, 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 blah. But, you're stronger than that now. You know better now. So you got this. And this could be one of those like final tests before the two of you completely get back together. So, if you're going through this as your test, he could be going through something else right now as his test. So we will see. It's very interesting though. Let's see what else we got. All right. Oh. I almost feel like disgusted and grossed out for you, especially considering like, his energy is kind of icky, to be perfectly honest, as it's like coming through these cards. It's kind of icky and very needy and very, I don't know how to describe it. So yeah, his energy is kind of icky, and this card just backs it up even more. Desire. I miss the way you taste, those soft lips on my face, your warm embrace, everything you gave. Oh, yes. So, unfortunately, he is desiring you. He does want you back. And if he's this narcissistic asshole, basically, that you say he is, I myself am completely repulsed by this right now. I feel so bad for you. I would love to be empowered to be the one who turns him down. It would honestly be healing for me. Then turn him down. Turn his ass down because he's trying to turn his ass up here. And it's it's so gross. Ew. Okay, let's see what else we get. Oh, still gonna pull a few more cards, but I feel like it's all gonna be in this department. He needs to like go get distracted. Miles away. Boo. I know. Ugh. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this backs it up for sure. And I'm sure that this is going to totally make sense for you as soon as you see this card. Greed. I want it all and I deserve it all. Is this not the narcissist like national anthem? Is this not like their thing basically? This is pretty much like what they have to take an oath on in order to be a narc basically. So yeah, this confirms his narcissistic ways and his narcissistic thinking and all that other kind of stuff. He's being greedy. You know, he wants you back. Like he like horny desires you and everything, and he's greedy and wants you, but you know, that doesn't seem to be like in a very loving, unconditional, healthy kind of wanting you type of way. Ew, ew, ew. Just yuck, yuck, yuck. And just like earlier today, my mom and I were having a conversation about like guys and our generation and everything. And there are none. There are no good men. And the ones who are good ignore you. Pretty much. Oh my gosh. This is so sad. I'm going to be like pulling cards here for you guys. Like 40 years from now, I'll be like 80 years old and I'll still be like having like no kids or anything. And it'll just be me and my dogs pulling cards for people because, you know, men are terrible sometimes. Makes sense about the dreams though. Yeah, totally. It does. But definitely don't get consumed by those or anything. It seems like, you know, I know everyone says that, you know, we all have like the telepathic communication with like our divine counterpart, which is true, but that doesn't mean that we don't have telepathic connections with other people because we do. And that doesn't mean that we can't like meet and interact with other people in our dreams because we do. And clearly he's coming to you in those dreams and being a twat. He's always been really connected to me like that. It's weird. I'm pretty sure we're soulmates or something. A karmic connection. I mean, when I think soulmates, I think of something that's a little bit more healthy, not something that's narcissistic. But you know, either way, it's all soul contracts. Like I said, it doesn't have to be like a divine counterpart where you have that kind of telepathic or like dream like connection. You know, when my dad died, he came to me in my dream to say goodbye to me. And, you know, my dad's not my divine counterpart or anything. He's my dad, but I still, you know, have that connection with him. No, because lately DM keeps popping up in my dreams with him. Oh, that's awkward. That's got to be weird. The two of them together. So, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense, but still weird that they're popping up together. That's got to be even stranger and super awkward. We also have wise. I've found the wisdom I've needed to change my perspectives. I feel like this is actually you and not him. I feel like basically you're the wise one here, that you're the one who is like basically on to him. You've changed your perspectives since you've last had to deal with him, since you've last, you know, ridden this rodeo with him. So you're on to him. You know his ways. You know what he's trying to pull. You know what he's trying to do, kind of a thing. So I feel like you're onto him. You're onto his little mind games, his little dream games. Oh, I actually had a really nice dream just the other night. It involved a canopy bed. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Meanwhile, my awake life is crickets. But that's a different story. Let's see. We've also got hostile. I don't want to play this game with you anymore. So I feel like this is kind of like in a double meaning. I feel like he's the hostile one because, he's the narcissistic one. But the part that says, I don't want to play this game with you anymore, I feel like that's you. He's the one who's being all hostile and weird and cuckoo and stuff. But you're the one who's like, no, we're not doing this. Like, I quit playing this game with you. I'm not going back. I'm not doing this. I'm not playing another round with you ever again, kind of a thing. So I feel like there's kind of like a double meaning in that one. It is so funny how accurate and spot on these cards are. That's something I'm actually thinking of doing sometime in the future, you guys. I don't know when exactly I'm going to do it. I have to figure it out, and I got to figure out exactly what it is I want to do, but I think I do want to create a deck. I don't know exactly what kind, like I said, or when I'll do it, but I do want to create a deck. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be a fun thing to do. So I got to think that over. Yeah, thank God that most of this is just happening in your dreams. Hopefully, whatever it is that's going on can all just kind of get worked out and sorted out there and not have to like actually come into the reality of 3D pretty much. We also have naive. I adore your innocence. So I feel like he kind of looks at you like you're still a little girl, like you're still naive. And like he can basically kind of be like this snake, like serpent kind of creature and just latch onto you kind of thing, even though you're not. You're not naive at all. You're a strong, confident woman, but I feel like he looks at you like this. He looks at you as something that's easy to just trap into his latches. I love your song decks. Well, I only have the one. I just have the one. And it's literally stuff I just wrote down pretty much. But yeah, I got to think about that. I'll figure that out. So, to be determined, to be announced later when I figure that out. Oh, okay. This is definitely the last one I'm pulling with him because he is so gross. He is so nasty. We have healing. I know we can fix what is broken. So I feel like to him, he feels like that you guys can fix this hot mess. Which, it's not going to get fixed, especially when he's being super greedy and kind of an ass and everything. But to him, this is what he would like. But yeah, unfortunately, trust your gut. What you have been experiencing in your dreams, what you've been feeling dealing with him is pretty spot on. It's pretty accurate. So, yeah. OMG, that's so spot on. I can always say he treats me like a child. He can boss around and control. Yeah, well, that's exactly why that naive card came across. I felt like that's honestly how he sees you. He sees you as someone who is very naive, and I literally was getting like this image in my head of like a little girl and then like a snake coming along and like a boa constrictor kind of snake and just like wrapping its whole body around her and just like suffocating the life out of her. And I feel like that's what he does to you. Like he comes along as that snake and he wraps himself around you and tries to suffocate you. So, yeah, that totally makes sense. You're welcome. I mean, I'm glad that I was able to give you some confirmation and give you a little bit of peace of mind with that. I'm sorry it's not like better news when it comes to him, but at least you know. So you don't have to like get trapped into that and just, continue on the straight and narrow, continue doing what you know you need to do for you, basically. And that way, then it'll be the best for you so you can stay strong and healthy, the best for your kids. And of course, like ultimately open up the door for you and your masculine to actually unite and get this thing off the ground. So, yes. I'm very happy you came on by though, Jessica. It's always fun to have you guys hanging out here with me. as I enjoy a little bit more of my chocolate peppermint shake from Portillo's. Not sponsored. I just love it that much. mm, so good. Anywho, alrighty. It's nice to know my gut was right. Yes, it is. Well, you got that high priestess card. The high priestess card, she is in tune with that gut for sure. She's highly intuitive. So you know better than you think you do. We all do ultimately at the end of the day. But it is nice to have that external confirmation. I get that. A lot of the times, like, I'll have a strong gut feeling about something and I'll doubt it too. And I'll be like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I'm great at reading for you guys, but it's like I get stupid if I try to read for myself. I'm like, I don't know how the cards work anymore. What's going on? Of course. Always here to support your channel. And I really appreciate that. Like, I appreciate any of you guys who come out here and support my channel, because it is just a itty bitty tiny baby channel. But I obviously hope to grow it. And that's what I've been doing, especially over the past couple of months since the holidays. And I'm just going to continue doing that as much as I can. I don't even know when I'm going back to LA yet. So we're getting a snowstorm here in Chicago, like this weekend, starting to tomorrow or something, which is all the rain apparently that LA had last night. So it's now going to be coming here. And I don't know when I'm going there. I know that they just like reopened California, like it's open and stuff. There's no longer like a stay-at-home order, but the ICU is still at like 0%. So it's still a total flaming trash can of a mess insanity out there. So I don't know when I'm going back. And I have unfinished business here I still have to take care of too. So everything's up in the air. Everything's a mess. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to pull some Ocean of Emotion for the 3 of you who are in here right now. And if nobody else comes in for a paid reading after that, I'm probably going to head on out for the night. Or not out, I'm not like going anywhere, but head off, I guess you could say, of the live. So let me just get a few Ocean of Emotion cards here, just for like, how your person is currently feeling about you. So whoever is here right now, all 3 of you, this is however your person is currently feeling right now about you. Yes, it is. It's totally a COVID hotspot. It's like insane right now. Every time I talk to my neighbors, they're like, you should stay in Chicago. Don't come back yet. So I mailed my rent check. I'm basically paying like $2,000 a month right now for storage because all my things are there, but I'm not living there right now. I'm just kind of hanging out here for the time being. I have never had so much snow experience in my life, you guys, in like 15 years. The last time I spent like an actual winter here was before I moved to LA, and that was like 15 years ago. So it's a little insane. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm experiencing winter. There are other seasons. What? And it's a little hard for Shadow, that's for sure. I literally have to go outside and like shovel an area for him to go potty. He does not handle it very well at all. He's like, what is this shit? Like, where's the palm tree for me to pee on? Okay, so anyways, general energy check. For you and your person, how are they feeling about you right now? For whoever is here. Then they bring it to Salt Lake because a lot of people here have homes in LA too. Oh yeah, like the people who go there for like skiing and that kind of stuff during the winter. Those are the people though who have the money. That's for sure. Oh, wow. Well, this is a good start, you guys. We've got committed. Until death do us part isn't enough. So I feel like, the person that you're dealing with, they definitely feel committed to you. They definitely feel like this strong connection to you, basically. And I do feel like this is something that they want to have manifest, like in the 3D, that they want to be committed, they want to be united, they want to reconcile, whatever it is that you're looking to do. I feel like they're on the same page as you, whether it's just like being in an official relationship or being married or, whatever it is that looks like for you guys. But I do feel like that this person is on the same page as you and does want that. So that's a great positive way to kick things off. Let's see what else we got here. How else are there people feeling about them up in their feels? We have guilty. I'm riddled with guilt and shame. So they may be feeling bad right now about, maybe some ways that they've acted or some ways that they've been towards you in the past, maybe some decisions, behaviors, choices that they've made. So even though they do feel committed towards you, they definitely feel badly about something that has probably gone down in the past between you guys. And you guys will probably know whatever that thing is. It could be different for everybody. And once again, Jessica, you just had this card come out for you, but we've got this now for everybody. We have wise. I've found the wisdom needed to change my perspectives. So the person that you may be dealing with right now, they could be changing their perspectives. So they could be coming across certain things that, they may be learning and realizing when it comes down to you, like, for example, they may need to realize that they need to drop their guilt. They need to drop any shame that they do have. So they're definitely getting wise. They're definitely learning different things. So that's a positive thing. Changing their perspectives. Usually we change our perspectives when we're in that hangman type of position. So they could be doing that, kind of hanging out as like the hangman. Let's see what else we have. We also have compassion. Thank you for caring when nobody else did. So I feel like whoever it is that you're dealing with right now, I feel like that you have been there for them, that you have definitely been there for them through thick and thin, through good times and bad, and probably even in ways that no one has been there for them before, probably in unexpected ways. They probably have had people like bail on them in other situations, and you've been there and you've shown up and you've been consistent. And I feel like that surprises them because other people haven't. But at the same time, they're really appreciative of that. Like they recognize that and they understand that. And, one of the things they may feel guilty about is the fact that they may not have necessarily stepped up and shown you that in return, that same compassion. So that's where there could be some guilt. But I do feel like they recognize the fact that you have been there for them. You've been loyal and you've stood there by their sides when others haven't. And I feel like they really appreciate that. So they definitely acknowledge that, how you're probably there for them when nobody else is. So keep doing that. That's a good thing. Yes, mirroring for sure. That's what always happens in these things. Mirroring. We also have balanced. I'm really trying to find a balance in life and love, which makes sense, especially if, once again, they're in the process of changing their perspectives and that kind of thing. They're trying to find balance basically here. And, I feel like they're just in a place and a time right now where they're really working on themselves, where they want to make sure that they have their ducks in a row when it comes down to their own life. And that way, then if they can do that with their life, with like their career or their living situation or their friends or their family or whatever other situations they have going on, that way then they can also do that with you. So they're definitely trying to put that all together and make it all work somehow. I've been feeling drawn to text my DM now that he vanished on social media. That's the only way I can contact him. Well, I mean, if you're feeling drawn to, I would say just like pray on that. And if that's where you feel guided and that's where you feel led to reach out, then reach out. I say do whatever brings you peace ultimately. If you feel peace about it, even if you feel nervous to do it, like that's okay. Like it's okay to be scared, but as long as you have peace though, that's the most important thing. Like we can all do scary things all the time, but if we have an internal peace deep down on the inside about it, then it's the right thing to do. So I say follow whatever gives you peace. If you don't have peace about texting him, don't text him. But if you do, why not? Go ahead. We also have distance. You feel so far away. So I feel like whoever it is that you've been dealing with, there probably has been distance. If not physical distance, there's definitely been emotional distance. And I feel like this is kind of just a reflection of whatever separation has been going on. It's a reflection of lack of communication and that kind of thing. It could be confirmation for you, Jessica, that he could use that text maybe because you might feel far away to him right now because things have been silent, things have been quiet. So, yeah, that's definitely possible. Let's see what else we've got here. We have warmth. I miss you and your warmth. So this person definitely thinks that not only you're compassionate, but you're warm and you're caring and you're loving. And I feel like these are all just like good qualities and they miss these things in you and they feel these things about you. So, it's a really beautiful energy that's coming through right now and how this person feels about you. My phone had died. I'm back. Well, welcome back, Heather. I didn't even realize you left, but welcome back. That's awesome. We're still here. We're hanging out here, just doing a little energy check for who's here right now. Now there's just two. So, yeah, I am randomly coughing out of nowhere. I don't have COVID. Every time I cough, I always clarify with people, I don't have COVID. Just because I sneezed or something, I don't have COVID. Although my mom's neighbor, she had COVID. That was fun. Like, oh my gosh, her neighbor's scaring me now. Ah. Anyway, I'm going to pull one more card here, and then I think I'm going to wrap things up for the night because not a lot is happening. Me with my allergies. Yeah, like that's the thing. People may still get allergies or they may, get like the common cold or something. That doesn't mean that's COVID. Coughing and sneezing did exist at one time before COVID. So, oh man. It's like now if you cough or sneeze in public, people just give you dirty looks. My work sent me home. I'm like, dude, oh my gosh, all that over allergies? That's crazy. I would understand if they had you take a COVID test and it came positive, but that's crazy. Oh my gosh. And we have stress. I'm under so much pressure. So your person is probably under some pressure right now, which doesn't necessarily help. But there's been, like I said, there's been a lot of beautiful energy coming out here, which is a great thing. So I do feel like overall, the person that you guys are dealing with right now does have positive feelings for you. They feel good. They're thankful for you. You're definitely a positive enforcement in their life. Yes, I was like, I can't smell because I'm congested, nor can I breathe. Oh man, that's no fun. I'm so fortunate that I don't have any allergies. So I never go through that problem, which is probably a good thing because back in the day I used to sing and everything. And if you're a singer, you can't have phlegm coming out of your mouth basically and be suffocating your vocal cords pretty much. But my mom, she has really bad allergies. So she's constantly sniffling and sneezing and all kinds of things. She's allergic to everything under the sun. So thankful I did not get that from her. Sing for us something? Oh man. Should I sing something for you guys? You guys really want me to sing? Let's see. I should probably not have a sip of chocolate shake before I sing anything. That's the only liquid that I have here right now in this room with me. Okay. I'll sing a small something. So this is from one of my own songs. One of my own songs that I wrote a super long time ago. The song is like almost 20 years old now at this point. It's from Cloud Nine. I'll just sing like a small little snippet of it. So here we go. Baby, me and you, can't you see it's true? Baby, you're so fine. You've got me on cloud nine. So what else is there? Oh my gosh, I like haven't sung in so long. I was trying to think. What maybe there's another one I can sing. Like I don't even know what to sing now, you guys. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Like I haven't done this in so long. Maybe I should start singing my readings. Your reading is here. Louder for the people in the back. I need to get a microphone or something. Okay, let me try a little bit of backstabber. There's another one I did too called backstabber. Okay, let me try a little bit of that one. BFF, that's what we used to be. More than 10 years as a team, you and me. Through good and bad, I can't even remember the song, my own song. Oh my gosh, I haven't sang all this in so long. Okay, I'll just skip to the chorus. I was not expecting to be put on the spot tonight here, you guys. Thank you for being a backstabber. Thank you for making me stronger. Thank you for never being a real friend. Thank you for being a backstabber. Thank you for making me the winner. Thank you for being the fake you truly are. So, yeah, just a little bit of something there for you. Oh, well, thank you guys. It's so sweet. Oh, yes. Backstabber. That was a fun one. Anyways, yeah. On that note, I think I'm going to wrap it up here, you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out here, though. Even with my singing, I was totally not prepared for that. Not warmed up at all. Drinking chocolate shake here, not water. But oh, that's okay. You know, like singing is great therapy. It doesn't matter how you sound. It doesn't matter if you sound like crap or not, you know. The best place to sing, at least, you know, one of my favorite places to sing is the bathroom because the acoustics are amazing. I love anywhere where there's great acoustics, like give me like an empty hallway or something like that. But yes, but I'm not the only one around here who I know is a good singer. I know Jessica has some singing experience too. So, um, thanks for making my Friday night fun. Well, I'm so glad that you came here and, you know, you're making my Friday night fun, you guys. Just hanging out here with you guys is definitely fun. But I do think I'm going to call it a night here and wrap it up. Since I think that's it in terms of readings, but I appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. And of course, you know, if you guys know of anybody who is interested in readings and all that good stuff, direct them to my channel, bring them here, because the more subscribers that I get, the closer I can get to that point of doing super chats and all that fun stuff. So I sing all the time. It helps. Yes, yes. See, singing is helpful. It's like therapeutic. It's fun. It's great. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here, but I will be back Monday night, of course. Same setup here. Probably the Christmas tree will still be here too. But Monday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be back to do some more live fun readings. I'm going to try and get a couple pick-up piles in, hopefully over the weekend for you guys. I know I have a February one that I have ready to go that I got to get out there to you for your February predictions. Have a good weekend. Thanks so much for the reading. You are so welcome, Jessica. I hope you guys have a fun and wonderful weekend too. I'm going to be sitting here snowed in because we're having a snowstorm this weekend. But yes, I will be back Monday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And, you know, make sure before you leave this video, give it a thumbs up and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys later. So, as I always say at the end of all of my pick a cards and stuff, keep sparkling, and I will see you guys next time.